Well. Now, I got a lot of hate emails again to my Twitter account about the Nazi flag. First of all, I never said that being Nazi, it's a good thing. That's what Harry says and what these people are saying. And basically, the whole thing that Harry and Meghan Markle were doing, promoting the human tech, is the fact that they were launching their own website. I haven't gone to it, I haven't seen it, but I read on Twitter that there is a little detail there, and now it all makes sense. It's not about human tech. Again, they are like pimps, or traffickers who tell you, oh, don't worry, honey, I'll take care of you. All you have to do is work here and sell your body and I'll keep your money. Why am I saying this? Because from what I read in their disclaimer, when you click on their website on Twitter, I read some of the people took screenshots. It says that they can traffic your information. What does that mean? That means that they're pimps. It means that if you come into our website, don't worry about it. All of this talk of human tech, it was just to sell their website. The idea that they are benevolent, that they're not going to abuse you, that everything is okay. But no, the reason, and they're doing it through Centropy. So they are going to, once, if you click on their website, you absolutely give up all your rights to privacy, and they can do whatever they want with your information, and they can share it, which means sell it to third parties, so they can profile you and send you their merchandise, their advertisement. So they're selling your information. They're trafficking information. They're pimping the information out. By the way, they disguise this as charitable without saying charity, because they're very clever. They know that it's not a charity, but the wording that they do, again, is so trashy and it means nothing that people think, oh, we've set this up because of our son. Again, using a child. I think that's, exploiting a minor or something like that, because to give the impression that Archwell is about the child or whatever it is that they're going to do to help and share, but it's not a charity. To this day, they haven't set up a charity at all. Now, what happened to the almost $300,000 that were transferred from Royal Foundation to Sussex Royal or Travelers, one of those two? The only reason, and this is very specific because the Royal Foundation, Prince William, was very clear to say that the only reason why that money was transferred was because Harry was going to set up a charitable foundation, a charitable organization. To this date, he hasn't set up any. So, and he has used the funds. What happened to the $3 million from Disney? What happened to another 50,000 pounds that were transferred in the UK, I think, again, to help set up the Sussex Royal or Charitable Foundation? There's nothing on record. They've used up that money. And whenever Prince Harry has been asked or questioned about it, he gets aggressive but doesn't present the books. Again, to do sophistry and, to keep people away and drive people's attention away from this big issue. Because this could land them in jail. Now, I don't care whether they own a house. I don't care whether the child is real. I really don't care about that. What I do care is what they've done as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, which reflects badly on the monarchy and the Commonwealth. Those acts are, well, first of all, they slander the UK. They didn't want to do that to Canada because Canada, we got our act together and we kicked, they basically fled. But they were never intended to stay in Canada. That was just another smokescreen. They tried to blame Canada and say that they were leaving because so many photographers, nobody was fucking paying attention to them at all. And the only reason why people knew they were there is because they leaked the address and Meghan Markle was doing all those fake walks in the woods, with the fake kid. Now, and calling the paps herself. Now, they've used Canada. as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and Canadians paid up till March 31st for two people who were not in official business in Canada, because under the agreement that they have, Canada or any other country that the royals visit is only to pay for them and for their security while they're on official visits, and it's share cost. They were not there on official business. So the stupid prime minister has to answer a lot for it. So they abused Canada's hospitality and the taxpayers' money. So for that, I care a lot about that. So for that, as Duke and Duchess of Sussex, that is very questionable. Not questionable. That should be illegal, because that is fraud. If you go to Canada under false pretenses and you never, anywhere, and you were never intended to stay there, and you're using an entire nation and its goodwill, as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Because to this day, and I know you guys are bored of me saying it, but to this day, you go to the royal.uk website and you will see Harry and Meghan prominently feature in that website. That website is dedicated solely for working members of the royal family who represent Her Majesty the Queen, the UK, and Commonwealth. So if they don't work anymore for the royal, if they're no longer working members of the royal family, what the hell are they doing there? So this whole spiel about human tech is about them trafficking your information if you click on it and you agree to the cookies or whatever it is. I think you have to agree with most websites, unless you just by clicking on it, you immediately get tracked. So yeah, they're pimping out your information. They're pimps. They're traffickers of information. So that's all there is to it. It's not that they're humane. It's not that they care about you. All this mess that they've been doing, it's to create interest in them. Now, I don't care if they did it as Harry Mountbatten Windsor and Meghan Markle. I really don't. The issue I have is that they're going to be trafficking information as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That the only reason why people link and will be willing to sell that information is because their calling card are those titles. It's really time for the UK in Parliament to protect their monarchy. I mean, we Canadians can't do that for you, but you can. They're only pimping you out. They're taking advantage of the royal titles. The United States, they do have a law put forward which needs to be ratified that says that if you're an American citizen, you cannot hold royal titles. If you want to hold the titles, you have to give up your citizenship. Too bad they haven't ratified it. And since the United States hasn't ratified it yet, they should, the UK should pass a law saying that only British citizens can hold British royal titles, and only people who live and work for the British monarchy are entitled to use the titles, and only for official functions. Anyways, that's what I think. Ex-wives should not enjoy the courtesy of using the titles anymore once divorced, or ex-husbands. So all of that has to be done. To me, I don't care what they do. If they have mentioned, that's all bullshit, for me anyways. But what do you think? So yeah, if you click on there, that was the whole idea. Is what they're doing is selling you we really care about you. We don't like all that noise. We hate trolling. So if you click on our website, which again, the Archwell is not a charity. They have yet to organize a charity. They're tax evading the hell out of everything. They're abusing the titles, using the Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles to try to evade paying taxes. They're trying to get as many privileges out of the titles, and that should not be allowed because they have slandered the UK and the Commonwealth. I mean, to call the Commonwealth racist, they're so fucking stupid. But anyways, that's what I care about, that they use the titles to break all these laws. Because if Harry transferred the money and had never set up a charity, then he did misuse the funds. That's money laundering. Or fraudulent use of funds. So why isn't he being prosecuted about that? Where are the $3 million from Disney? They slandered the UK, calling everybody racist. They lied about the press. Why isn't the press suing them for slander, for calling them racist or invading their privacy, when what they were doing was secrecy? They needed the secrecy to exploit and sell the footage that they themselves were filming to the highest bidder? How about them invading other people's privacy by recording stuff, recording their interactions with them without telling them? And when people found out, they just said no to them. So they have all these left-wing people who are the same like they are. This Ohanian, what he was doing this was plugging his internet site, saying, oh, but my site is nice. My site is good. You can trust my site. We're just going to track everything you do and sell your information to the highest bidder. So they were both pimping things out. It was all about money. And that's what I think. Now, if you don't like what I say or disagree, or you think I'm hateful, please, you can not watch my videos, that's fine. I'm doing this for fun. I'm not getting paid anything. I do believe that, again, they use racism, accusing people of racism if they disagree with them. Like this Ohanian thing was saying, if you call yourself a white, proud American, you're a Nazi. What the fuck? Why? Why saying that you are a proud white American equates to being a Nazi? These white, proud Americans, many of them, thousands and thousands of them had to die to fight slavery. And those white Americans who died freeing the slaves, they deserve his things. Because thanks to those white Americans who fought against slavery, his wife is now a free woman. And his kid as well, so instead of bitching about people, and believe it or not, I really do think that the reason why segregation subsided is because white people fought against it. Not black people. Black people wouldn't have had any voice if white people hadn't supported them. So instead of bitching about white people and calling them racist because they said that they're proud to be who they are, why not embrace people? That's one of the things that Mandela did, which was great. It wasn't about calling everybody out. It wasn't about, oh, you're racist, we're going to get even with you. No, this is why he was such a great politician and a great human being, because he wanted to ease all the pain and said, you know what, forget it. Let's start over. But the Democrats, especially Meghan Markle, who's, by the way, now she's biracial, now she's biracial, and who doesn't even have any sense of pity towards her family or anybody for that matter. This is a woman who the reason why she sounds so phony when she speaks is because she doesn't want to sound black. And yes, there is such a thing as sounding black, Asian, Latin, or white. It is. You can close your eyes and you can, when you hear a Latin person talk, you don't even have to look at them. You will know that this person is Latin. You will know that this person is Asian. But the reason why Meghan Markle sounds so phony when she talks is because she doesn't want to sound black. So she modulates or enunciates the words so she sounds as white as possible, as Caucasian as possible. So that's my opinion anyways. But really think about it, because the way she overdoes the words, the R's, is because she doesn't want to sound black, because she wants to be as white as possible. If not, why doesn't she let her afro grow, to really look ethnic and authentic? Anyways, what do you think? Have a good day.